Hey friends, thanks for joining me here. I have a quick 5-minute yoga break for you if you've been sitting a lot or you just want to move your body and get a little bit of heat moving. Might be a nice practice to try with me. So when you're ready, meet me at the top of your mat. Option 2, have your feet hips width distance or toes together. The heels will be slightly apart. You choose what feels best in your body. We're going to start just by opening our shoulders. So we'll take our arms down to the side and inhale as they come up above the head. Exhale, hand to heart center. Really pressing strong into the hands. Again, inhale, arms out to the side, overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. One more time, inhaling, arms up above the head. Exhale, hands to heart center. We'll continue opening our shoulders here. We'll inhale, arms up above the head. And this time when we exhale, we're going to twist our shoulders over to the right. So as best we can, we want to keep our hips where they are. They'll open slightly to the right here, but our arms will be long. Rolling the shoulders down. Hands can be long like you're trying to reach in both directions. If it feels good, you can turn your eyes towards your back hand. Take an inhale here. Exhale. Inhale, that right arm will swoop down along our body and overhead. Take an inhale here. Exhale, we'll turn towards the left. Again, as best we can, keeping the hips straight towards the top of the mat. They will turn slightly open, but we'll twist, and if it feels good in the neck, we can turn our gaze back towards that hand, remembering to honor the breath here and continuing to breathe. Take an inhale here. Exhale, swoop that left arm down and around as we inhale, arms come up. Let's do that one more time each side. Inhale, exhale, open. Take an inhale here. Exhale, swoop that right arm down and up and around. Inhale here. Exhale to the left. We open. Take an inhale. Exhale, left arm swoops down and up. Arms overhead. Take an inhale here, and we're going to just windshield or windmill the arms. So we'll bring one around and down and just keep opening each of them. Thinking of bringing one down to the hip and then the next. And then you get into this motion where they both begin to open. Remembering to inhale and exhale here, not holding the breath. And then the next time we inhale, we'll bring our arms up above the head and we'll exhale, bow forward, coming forward with a flat back. Bend slightly in the knees here if you'd like your blocks or something in front of you to bring the ground up, go ahead. Take an inhale, we'll halfway lift here, straighten the spine, straighten the legs. Exhale, bow forward. Take one more halfway lift. And bow forward. Inhale, halfway lift here. And exhale, we're going to bring our right foot as far back to the back as the mat as we can. And we're going to begin to pivot both sets of toes towards the right side of the mat as our torso comes around, coming into wide leg forward fold. If you'd like to widen your feet, go ahead here. Hands come to the ground or blocks and just open in the legs here. So leaning into one knee and then the other. Quite possibly one of my favorite poses to open the muscles in the legs and around the knees and just get some movement and blood flowing. Taking lots of inhales and exhales. And when you're ready, take an inhale as we turn both sets of toes back towards the top of the mat, pressing into those back toes to bring ourselves up towards center. Take a halfway lift here, inhaling. Exhale, fold. Take another halfway lift. And this time we'll step back with the left foot. Coming into wide leg forward fold on the left hand side. So turning both sets of toes towards the left hand long side of the mat. And when you get there, bending into one knee and then the other. Making the pose more dynamic and moving allows the body to slowly open rather than going right into holding a pose right away. Taking in inhales and exhales. And when you're ready, we're going to turn both sets of toes back towards the top of the mat. You can keep your blocks here if you'd like. I might keep them today because I feel like it. And we're going to step those right toes back to meet the left, coming into a downward facing dog. Always remembering to keep a slight bend in the elbows, really pressing into all corners of the fingers. Really bending generously in the knees if that feels good. If it feels good, you can turn both sets of toes towards the right side of the mat and bend in the knees, kind of looking under your right shoulder. Coming back towards center, take it to the left-hand side. Taking lots of deep inhales and exhales here, extending the spine long. And then coming back towards center, we're going to drop our knees gently towards the ground. Hands come up towards the top of the mat, and we're just going to come into a balasana to finish our practice out here. Option to take the knees wide if that feels good. Just resting here for a few moments. When you're ready, you can lift your torso and then come to seated. Just notice how you feel after just taking 5 minutes to move your body. Getting a quick full body stretch into the shoulders and a little bit of the neck, into the hips, into the legs. All you need is a few moments. That's it. Thank you so much for joining me as always. May you be well.